Hey Nate. So I just had this amazing game. I took your advice, and rather than going into the game replay, I just decided to go and just do a review of it from the just completed games. So I may get interrupted, but hopefully it'll turn out well. So I'm playing against this guy. Of course, he's going first. He's got Shroom. I have a really good draw, but obviously short on action. But if I draw anything good, we've got game. So he opens with Mana Vault, which is horrible for me, of course. You're going to see it gets really ugly. Of course, I just draw another land here, so I'm just flooded. But I have a lot of options if I draw gas. This turn sucks. So now he's got like... I had the Bant Charm plan on turn 2 to kill his Vault, just to slow him down, but obviously that goes out the window here. However, I'm still certain I'm going to kill the Thran Dynamo, at least to slow him down. It's possible he doesn't have a third land because he's only got 3 or 4 cards in hand. So maybe I can just stall him at 3 mana on the Vault for a while. So I decided to just blow up the Dynamo. As you'll see, it does not go as planned. It's so ironic too, the very last game I played, I had Grudge and Vandal Blast in my opening draw just sitting there the whole fucking game. Because the guy had no artifacts at all. And now, of course, the next guy I play drops like 3 artifacts in the first 2 turns and would just get totally Vandal Blasted out of the game. So I think here he gets very greedy and he dismisses my Coalition Relic. Although, I mean, I guess he doesn't know what my mana situation is like, so it's not terrible. I guess you kind of want to burn Dismiss on anything that seems reasonable right away. So, it still continues to suck. Plays another mana. I fetch up a Savannah. Drawing the Lotus is really nice here. And I'm kind of just casting it as a bait spell because my plan is to get the Bant Charm back to blow up his Sphinx if he gets it. Or the Hegemon thing. But he lets Lotus go. So I think about regrowing right here on Bant Charm and ultimately decide that I probably want to save it for a card that's more meaningful like a counterspell if we're just sitting in parity here. And he casts fucking Factor Fiction at the end of the turn. Yeah, the split that I ultimately go with is this one. Figuring that he doesn't know what I'm playing, so he may overvalue Supreme Verdict. And if I split the black mana away from the Angel, he can't get them at the same time. And he goes for the mana, which is kind of what I wanted him to do since he's got plenty anyway. And he doesn't get the Angel. Because top deck, him casting the Angel killing my Lotus would really, really make my chances of winning hard. So he kind of took the bait. So here, he spends 8 mana and casts Sphinx of the Steel Wind, which sucks because it can't be killed with Bant Charm. And of course I top deck my mana drain the turn after he makes an 8 mana guy. Not that I had anything to spend it on, but I guess I could have just cast Queen and made a million tokens with his Wrath of God in the graveyard. So I just decide to cast my Queen here. Figuring I can at least put out like a blocker, or put out something to get him to think about it. Oh, I think I've got someone at the door actually. I'll be right back.
I want to go and see it.
I know. Hello?
Hey.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't hear you knocking.
I know you can look. You didn't hear?
No, we didn't hear it.
Oh, that's weird.
I can see.
How are you?
I'm doing really well. Look, Yipton's here. You're gonna be better.
I think that you're busy.
No, no,
Looking
no.
at the...
No, I wasn't busy. He just got his hair all day. Should I give Yipton a big hug?
Oh.
I'm not interested in that here.
Okay. It's okay. I can do it.
You want to just scan it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just made this file a lot longer than it needed to be. Anyway, so I cast my Queen, figuring it'll just be a diversion. In his turn, he loses his flip. Then, I guess he wins the flip. Hits me for 6. And then he casts Phantasmal Image. And I was thinking, like, maybe he'll be dumb and kill the queen. doesn't matter. But I figured he'd probably copy the Sphinx. The thing is, the mana drain's just too critical here, especially because he's got enough mana to cast a Sphinx and regrow. Actually, I guess he doesn't have anything important to regrow yet. But, I mean, it's a huge clock, but at the same time, I'm not going to win this game if I don't draw any gas of some sort. I'm not going to win just by countering creatures, even if they are 6/6 Vigilant guys. And it doesn't really change the parity of the board at all. So I just let it go. End of turn, make a couple guys, untap, draw Sylvan. Very nice. I just play my Sylvan here. I'm still just chilling. Had I known I was going to draw Sylvan, I might have countered the Sphinx just because obviously this 6 damage a turn is less cards. But, so he hits me for 12, dropping me to 18. And then here, I am very glad that I didn't counter, because he cast Mindslaver. I mean, I guess I ultimately would have just regrown Mana Drain if I had cast it to protect myself. I don't know. It was a judgment call. I was, honestly, the truth of the matter is I was really hoping that he'd be stupid and kill Sliver Queen, which is why I let the Phantasmal Image go. But I have to drain the Slaver. Especially with... He's really stupid, honestly, for... I don't know. I guess he didn't know I had Mana Drain, but still, I don't think it was... Nah, I guess Mindslaver was not a bad play. So nice with Sylvan out, though, to Mana Drain a 6 mana spell, and check this out. So the question is... do you keep any extra cards here, first of all? Because, obviously, I can't go to 10, because he'll kill me on the next turn. That Brainstorm has to be great, but I want to increase my odds of getting something good. Plus, I got 6 mana coming, so I have potentially a regrown Brainstorm. So I decided to keep 1 card, figuring I could take 1 more hit, and I get 3 more cards off the Sylvan. So I keep the Crucible, not to cast it really, but more to just have an extra card. So here comes the 6 mana. Brainstorm, and look at that. Enlightened Tutor, Fact or Fiction. The question is, Nate, what's your play here? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it. So I thought about this for a little while. Ultimately, my decision is Enlightened Tutor. Well, put back Power Stone and Crucible. Enlightened Tutor for Humility. Fact or Fiction, picking up the Humility minimum, possibly getting another card. Casting Humility, and regrowing Mana Drain. So unless he's got a counterspell in his hand or something great, we probably at least go into strong advantage with the Sylvan out. So I put those 2 back. I Enlighten Tutor. I get Humility. I Fact or Fiction. It's a split of garbage. It's actually not what... Is that what we revealed? I don't think that's correct. Anyway. Oh, fuck. I think we're going to have an error here. Okay, good. Well, it bugged out and gave me all of his cards, but that's not what happened. It was a 4-1 split, and I got Humility. But I cast Humility here, and then I regrow the Mana Drain. I definitely did not have Merchant Scroll and all those lands in my hand, though. That's bugged out. It's so weird how the replays can bug out like that. So now... what sucks is that I'm going to see Merchant Scroll in the next 3 cards here off the Sylvan, and I think that's going to cause the replay to bug, but anyway. So on his turn, he just casts worthless Ghostly Prison I could care less about, and he casts a 1/1 for 6 mana. Not getting back Mindslaver. Goddamn, Humility's so good. You're totally right about that. So on my turn... it's just making up cards now. This is definitely not what happened. It's so weird. Okay, so my hand actually at this point is only Merchant Scroll, and I kept I think a land. Yeah, I've got Merchant Scroll and Mana Drain. What the hell? Yeah, I think the replay's bugged out at this point. What is going on? We're gonna just like randomly play a Breeding Pool and take damage for no reason and tap mana. Okay, anyway. He drew another card and conceded at this point. Oh, no, that's right. I spent 6 mana. The card that I had, the last card in my hand was not Merchant Scroll. The card I top decked after the Fact or Fiction was Staff of Nim. That was the key card here. And so when I untapped, I just tapped 6 mana right there, and I played Staff of Nim. And it went back to his turn, and he did nothing. And I shot down one of his Sphinxes, and I untapped, and he conceded. Anyway, very, very awesome game. Totally demonstrating the insane power of humility to swing the game in your favor. Like, that was an unwinnable game with probably almost any card. I guess, yeah, I mean, what else do I get with Enlightened Tutor that saves me there? I don't have enough time to... the other option, of course, was to go and use the Crucible to double fetch to get 2 more islands into play, to use Enlightened Tutor to get the Shackles. But the problem is that Sharoom would come down the next turn. I have no counter. And he would recur Mindslaver and kill me with that. So Enlightened Tutor into Humility was really the only play that wins the game there. It was very awesome. Thought you'd enjoy it. I'm going to stop the recording.